10 toes where I stand, I'm the motherfucking man, wanna put out my flame. They try to douse my flame, no stopping us now, my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Yes, they can try, yes they can. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They wanna douse my flame. If I pull it out, it's a profit. These scriptures keep flowing while teaching disciples. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. If I pull it out, it's a profit. This the sound of insurrection. Keep around in the weapon. Blowing loud, it's a session. Lighters up, shake met the goddess. Pour out effervescence, be the runner-up, the next contestant. Not hearing you haters, ain't no blocking my blessings. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tight. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual.
Welcome to the Titans Debate Coliseum, where the echoes of ancient history meet the fire of modern intellect. I am your host, King Jay, and tonight we stand at the crossroads of mythology, archaeology, and theology. The arena is set for a high-stakes investigation into the very foundations of the Levant. We are joined tonight by Chaasad to peel back the layers of antiquity and confront one of the most provocative questions in religious history: the relationship between Yahweh and El.
They try to douse my flame, no stopping us now, my spirit is tightened. They want to douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can.
Peace. I got the panel open. Y'all see what the topic is. You're finna just walk away for like a quick 30 seconds. Y'all can start talking if y'all want to. Introduce yourselves. Just however y'all want to do it.
Peace to the panel. Courtney, aka Cut 'em Up Court the Barbarian. Chaasad, I think we just had a phone conversation a few days ago. But yeah, that's my little intro.
Khan, your voice do sound familiar. Yeah, we supposed to be debating on paradigm shifts soon, right? Cut them up.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah. So yeah. We got some smoke to get into, but That's for a different channel and different thing. But yeah, as the brother mentioned, I'm Chaasad. We're here to talk on Yahweh and El, in the usage of the Canaanite God, or in the usage of the generic noun meaning God. As he stated, my brother, he kind of more leans towards the Ugaritic usage of El. So we was having a conversation prior to, and we just thought it would be good to be able to share our screen and bring it to people. Me and him had a debate on the topic, and me and him was going over some of the sources, and we thought it'd be a good idea to bring them back up so we can chop it up about it again without all of the hostility and in the rounds and trying to one up each other, and more just looking at the sources, right? So that's what we're here for tonight. I don't know where King Jay went, but
but I like how you worded that. That's a perfect way of wording it. Like tonight, we're not so much debating information. We present it so that we can actually learn, and other people can learn as well. You know what I'm saying? We just putting the information out there, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right. The debate already happened. Yeah. Am I able to talk about other? I don't know if I can mention other platforms and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure in positive lights. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's not nothing derogatory, I'm sure.
No, I was just saying I didn't know if it was okay or not if I can actually mention, like
the platform that we were on. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, if you guys want, you guys can go check out the debate. It was on the HOK Debate Coliseum. You know, the good brother Sinetter, that's one of his debate platforms. And that's where me and King J went at it at. You know, because I don't know the relationship between, you know, other people. So I ain't know if I could mention where, you know, we was at. So yeah, man, if y'all got the chance, I'm actually share the screen so they can see the debate and go check it out if they want themselves.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready to share your screen.
Oh, I'm gonna do it right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so this right here, man, is the good brother me and King J debate. Y'all want to go check that out, man. It's 3 hours long, man. Get y'all notebooks, get y'all pens, man. It was pretty fiery. You know, of course I say I won, but you know, that's gonna be my opinion. So y'all should go check it out and you know, judge for yourselves and get a brother Sinetter channel review. But now let's get into this matter that we was talking about earlier. This is the source that I was trying to show you, brother King J here. So I'm gonna give you the title and everything, right? So this is from Alfonso Archie, Ill in Personal Names, right? I want to make sure you still can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it. I think everybody can see it.
All right, it's just a little too big for me. Hold on, let me see 1 second. No, that didn't work. Hold on. I'm just trying to make it to where it's not too little for y'all, but it ain't too big to where I can't see it no more. Because it's just
we see it full screen.
How's that?
We can read it. The author concludes that the Sumerian Akkadian of the 3rd millennium, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, yeah. So this is the actual article. This is an article that, you know, I presented in a debate. And, you know, I don't think I presented this in 2 debates. And me personally, I don't think neither one of them got challenged, debunked, or even responded to. So this is what I was trying to show King J in as the source, right? So it's literally talking about Il in Ebla documentation. It says the presence of the god Il in the Epic of Ugarit had convinced several scholars that the element Il could represent not only the common word for God Il, but also the god El, which is referring to the Canaanite god El, which we know that. The argument now becomes when we try to insert the Canaanite god El onto the rest of the Semitic cultures that use the word. As me and him already stated, we had a debate earlier, so me and him already would agree that El, the word El predates the Ugaritic usage. It's found in Ebla, Akkad, all that before it's found in Ugaritic. Me and him just disagree on whether it's the word for like a personal god or if it's just the common noun god.
In the Hebrew lexicon, because I'm saying in the Hebrew lexicon as well, it's a common noun and the name for the deity El.
And I'm saying
that's
it's
what
not.
We have the discrepancy yet, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm saying it's not the name of the deity. It's not in reference to the Canaanite god El. So this is one of the things I want to get into, right? It says as far as the old Akkadian documentation represented by PNN is concerned, De Vito maintains instead that Il is just a writing of the common noun Elum. As above, he notes that of the 29 Akkadian personal names containing the element Il, 19 are attested in the Pharaoh period, 12 in the pre-Sargonic period, 2 in the Sargonic period, and 3 in the Earth third period. The eclipse of the usage of Il in these names patterns, particularly in those which do not go out of fashion, is dramatic and coincide precisely with where we place the complete reform of the writing system, i.e. the classical Sargonic period, right? It says this. Assuming that the element Il were a DN, one might argue that the lack of PNN attestation in later periods is accidental or reflects the declining popularity of the specific god in question. But this is not expected in the case of a god with a statue presumed for ill or el. Now, this is going into like literally how it's not supposed to happen, right? So we can see in the we can see right here it says in the veto recalls the use of the bad be, which is at Ebla, and then some of the pre-Sargonic tablets. And
just for clarity, can you when it says DN and PNN, can you explain what that means, or just let us know, because I see it a lot in reference in shorthand.
Yeah, so the is basically referring into like the lack of the deities, like attestations of them. So when we get into like here, I'm gonna show you right here. When we get into the personal name, so it says ill has numerous attributions in the PNN and lacks specific because it presents the emotional state.
What does that PNN mean?
It's referring to like the here. I'm gonna show it for you.
Okay.
For you. So instead of trying to put it in my own words.
Okay. That's the source. Hold on, Akkadian PNN, but it's not. It's in reference to Pantheon. Semitic Pantheon.
Like the Theophoretus element in Akkadian PNN. Pantheon 58.
Semitic right? Pantheon.
Yep. And then I'm gonna give you one with the DNN on there.
Okay.
Ill standing for DN, ill or ill. The predicate of the ilu.
Okay. Of the ilu? Okay.
The predicate state of the ilu.
Of ilu, okay. Of Elohim, right?
Right, will be the Elohim or Elim or
Elohim. Right.
There's different pronunciations, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You good? You good? I can continue reading this. King J.
I'm here. I'm reading.
Oh, good. You good with me? Keep reading.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So it says in reality, ill, which is in the PN, has the function of the subject in the verbal sense, is simply a name in the absolute state, like Isar, Malik, and possibly Sar, a common usage not only at Ebla. It says this: Ebla confirms the veto analysis. Ill does not appear once in the offering list or in the administrative documents. Right? So he's literally telling you the deity ill itself doesn't appear in the administrative documents when they have the list of the deities and stuff on there. But it says this. How therefore is it possible for a frequent element like ill to represent a specific DN in a name given system like such as that of Ebla, which uses DNN so rarely? To the roughly 70 names with ill should probably be added as many more with the N ni as the first element, in which is not
so that's the
with ill and Ebla. Hold on. I'm finna finish the thought here because the thought kind of wraps up down here. It says this.
Because those 70, right, those are the Elohim, the Beni Elohim, which we see in the Dead Sea Scrolls as the sons of Beni Elohim, sons of God. So this is when I'm talking about the tradition is being kept in the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's what I'm referring to.
But okay, so the Beni, when you say the sons of God, doesn't just refer to other deities that the people worship. It refer to angels. It refer to all the host of heaven.
Not in the ball cycle. It's not. It's referring to the 70.
Israelite.
Yeah, but we ain't made it that far yet because we're still talking about the balls, the 70. Because my contention is going to be that at this point we don't even have Yahweh in the pantheon.
But he doesn't come from these people though.
In this 70 Elohim, there is no Yahweh at this point.
He don't come from those people. Why would he be a part of that? Well, you know what? We can get there. Let's finish.
You see how
Let's finish. Right? Let's finish reading this. Let's finish reading this because that's the point. He doesn't come from that. The argument is that these scholars, what they argument is they have a hypothesis because they will tell you that he's not there, but they have a hypothesis that he's spring from out of this culture. He's not there. Right, so let's finish reading this because this was the wrapping up of the.
Go down to where it was just. I think it was just as Malek. You were down at 146.
No, I finished. I read this part. I read this part.
Yeah,
at Ebla can indicate the loss of any element, but most productive Theophorus element relate either to the prosperity of the clan or to the need for a guide or in a desire for justice. So that is to say that they have strong social implications. They are not the major, huh?
You want to talk about that?
I'm going to finish because I think it's a whole thought. I don't think it's separating because he's saying but and then he keep going. So I don't think to break it up and to stop. I think it's the whole thought. It says they are not the major gods of the urban pantheon. One cannot therefore think, at least in the formative phase of the Anomastricon, ill was prevalently used to indicate any god of a developed pantheon.
Okay, let's stop right there. So the excuse me, this pantheon. So at this point, the Elohim are just lower deities. They haven't. If we just use pantheon reduction as the model,
it's not saying Elohim. It's saying El.
Well,
it's literally keep telling you it's using El. It's not using Elohim.
But it keeps talking about pantheon. So when it talks about the developed pantheon, that's talking about the plurality. So where it says here they are not, where it says they are not the major gods of the pantheon, that's referring to the 70 Elohim.
It says it's not referring. It says they are not the major gods of the urban pantheon. One cannot think therefore that at least in the formative phase of the Anomasticon, was prevalently used to indicate any god of a developed pantheon of the type attested in the offering list or the administrative documents. This is why I say it's a full.
Let's talk about that.
Hold on. Let me finish. This is why I read earlier when it says that this name is not attested in the administrative documents, but we keep seeing the usage of the word. It's not in reference to a god named El. It's in reference to the deity that the people are worshiping. His name isn't El.
So they're saying, and this was the point that Morpheus made earlier, when Yahweh, when El gives his portion, right? He gives them the power to now they are the Elyon of their pantheon.
No.
The 70.
No. King J.
Go ahead.
Let's stick. You jump to Deuteronomy 32 and whether or not that's talking about. First, we have to establish that in all these other cultures, that the word El is even referencing to the Canaanite god El. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, not in all instances, because even here it says that it could be used. The word El could be used for any one of the 70. Any one of those 70s can be referred to as the El or Il in the comment.
Well, it says any personal god. It says literally. It says right here any personal god.
Yeah, it can function.
If it can function for any god, that means it's not literally. You can't have someone name be everyone's name. That's not how names work.
Well, it could be El. It could be El Baal. It could be El Yahweh. It could be El Hadad. It could be. You're
going to a culture that. But see, this is the thing. You keep going to the Israelite culture, like you said, El Yah El. Bro, I'm saying the Israelite culture doesn't acknowledge a Canaanite god named El. So you going to there is not really helping. We gotta stick
no, not even at this point. I'm just making it. I'm using it as a comment now. I'm not even saying that they're using it as a deity at this point. I'm saying that the word El can be used as for any in the beginning of any one of those 70. Any one of those 7, it could be Il Baal, Il Mat. Il Anat, Il, you know what I'm saying? Any one of the 70 Elohim can be used, as a common noun. Il Hadad.
Okay, so let me try to understand you. I'm finna try to understand you real quick. So you saying there, right? Mm-hmm. That when it said that it's used for any of the lower deities, right? So you're saying they start off being called Il whatever, because it didn't say Elohim. When you say Elohim, I feel like you insert it literally said Il. It literally said Il can represent any personal god. I can show it one more time for you all.
But when we go to the text, we see Elohim is referred to as the sons of God.
Here, I'm gonna give you.
It's the 7.
I'm gonna give you an example. Actually, in the article, it says this. Look, it says in this phase, Il could also indicate a god of the pantheon.
Also,
a clear example exists in the pen of Mari, Il Halab. Right? So this is the actual Akkadian.
Yes.
Il Halab. The god. It's functioning. Hold on. It's not functioning as name. Notice it's not. It's not high Il. It's not a definite article Il. It's just the word Il.
Right.
It means God.
Right.
Right. So when they're saying that,
so it's just.
I'm trying to get to you how they're telling you that the God Il is not attested here. It's used towards other deities, but you keep saying that El is in their pantheon. I'm trying to understand that.
Well, at this point right here, it's just giving reference to it being used as a common noun. So it's saying that it, and just like it says here, it gave the example of the god Halab, right? Il Halab, the god Halab. The word Il is being used as the generic word for God in that sentence. If I said Il Allah, right? The word God is Il is being used as a generic word for God in that sentence. That's all that's saying. That's not saying nothing different. That's not saying anything different than what we've been saying.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this then, because this is the same article, is just lower down. They're continuing with the same thought, right? It says this.
Let's go.
Examination of the Theophorus. I'm sorry, I messed that up all the time. Theophorus element in the Amorite onomasticon. So they're constantly keep referring to these onomasticons of these cultures, right? It says this.
So let's just stay right here.
Okay, go ahead.
The Amorite and Canaanite culture, it's the same. So that pantheon, the same pantheon, the same Amorite pantheon, it's the same Canaanite pantheon. So they're not using different pantheons.
So let's go into this, because you there's different groups.
So we see down here, Dagon, I would assume that those were one of the 70.
Oh, let's read. It says this. Examination of the Theophorus element in the Amorite onomasticon shows that the element Il could not represent the god El, even in that tradition. So it literally just told you, even though we have the word El appearing in these writings, the god El, it can't represent the god El even in that tradition. So I could have kept going with the Akkad and Ebla, because there's a few more on that, but I went down to let you know that they're saying it's not that it just not referencing to El at this point. It literally is telling you he's not there. It don't exist. Well, right? No, that says hold on. King J, you gotta let me finish with the source. The source, I'm giving you the source to actually let you know what
I'm reading with you.
Look, it says this. The process of integration of those tribal groups into an urban society led to the insertion into the naming tradition of some gods of the pantheon. El, however, does not appear in any Amorite pantheon.
Okay,
brother. So now when we go up here to the onomasticons, we can't keep talking about. We can't keep saying, well, El is still their father. No, brother. El is not there at all. It does, El in those writings does not represent the Canaanite god El. It's not going to. It's not. So where is El in these other pantheons, even though they have the word?
That's the point that's being made, brother. So those pantheons that we're talking about right now, Hadad, Dagon, you can later that it would infuse Yahweh was thrown in there as one of those 70 Elohim, are the 70. So in their pantheon, that once El gave them their portion, their people, their land, their nation, they are the Elions of whatever pantheon to that people. So Hadad is the Elion. Dagon is the head of those pantheons. At that point, they've rose through the pantheon reduction at this point.
Okay. Okay. I need to see that. I need to see that in a actual writing or a source or something.
We do see that. We do see that when he says he's portioning it out to the 70. That's it.
No, right, that's not. No, bro. You just jump first. You jump to a whole nother culture and you jump to a whole nother writing, bro.
But you didn't even show that Yahweh was adapted into all of these other cultural pantheons.
Yahweh ain't made it yet. We ain't made it to Yahweh yet. We don't see Yahweh into the.
You made a general statement about how Yahweh was put into these other pantheons before the brother finished reading what's on the screen. You also were arguing that the opposite of what he was reading off on the screen, namely that El isn't mentioned in these, and you keep mentioning Elion as if Il is part of Elion. They're not even in Hebrew are they spelled. Do they have the same root? El is not the root of Elion. It's
so when we talk about El and Elohim, I'm not. So you just interjected Elion. Like that's not even an argument that me and the brother are having or a conversation. It's regards to the word Most High. Elion
I was just responding to what you were saying because you do keep going to Deuteronomy.
Brother, now you detract our conversation, and I don't want to. So
I'm not trying to derail the conversation. I'm just making it obvious because you keep going to Deuteronomy.
Brother, we're having a conversation, and then now you're interjecting stuff that we're not even talking about in regards to Elion and the epitaphs and all of that in regards to El. So that's not what we're talking about. What you should have said was El and Elohim. That's what we're talking about. El as the singular and Elohim. Now, do you want to say that El and Elohim don't have the same consonantal roots of Aleph, Lamed? Because then you would be mistaken. So plurality is the 70. Plurality is we're talking about the pantheon and the 70. Now the 70, once El portions in the 70, that how the 70, the Beni Elohim, are now the Elohim or Elion of their pantheon. There is no El at that point. At this point, is out of the pantheon. We see that in the Baal cycle itself. That's what we see in the Baal cycle when Baal fighting and killing his brothers and all of that. He's rising through the pantheon. So whoever El, the father Elimelech, whoever his people he was portioned to, that's what happened with Baal. Yahweh didn't have a people. So this is when I'm getting to Yahweh and mentioning Yahweh, because Yahweh is weaved into the story in Deuteronomy 32 verse 8, but not even in the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's way in the 10th century in the Masoretic text. We don't see Yahweh in excuse me. We don't see Yahweh written into this tradition as one of the sons of Elohim. I mean not the sons of Elohim, not one of the sons of El, the Beni Elohim, until the Mazarites write him in.
Did you want to respond, brother? No, you didn't want to respond? Okay. Is he still there? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. He's still here, but go ahead. You still reading. But yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to I was trying to get it from you. I mean, do you have any Amorite source? Because they said it's not in any Amorite writing that there's no God El there. So this is hold on.
So are you saying that El? So are you saying this is the pantheon that the Hebrews are drawing from, the Amorite pantheon?
No, sir. I'm not saying they come from the Amorite pantheon at all, brother. What I'm telling you is Ugarit, and I showed you this source before. The word El predates Ugarit, and I can pull it up.
So real quick, let's just talk about it. That's what
I was talking about. You just cut me off.
Just plainly, real quick, before you go to the text.
Go ahead.
In the Ugarit, right? I hate to even call it that. Aleph Lamed is what?
Well, it's not written in that script. It's written in the Akkadian
form. Yeah, we know what it. Yeah, and
it's not. That's a different type writing. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My bad. I ain't mean to do that today.
But it's pronounced as El. It's pronounced phonetically as El, and it's written with the Aleph and the Lamed. Correct.
Talking about in Hebrew?
No. Well, I haven't got the Hebrew yet. In the Ugarit.
No, bro. I don't. Aleph is like from an ox head, bro. That's a whole different. I know
what it is, brother. They're both spelled the same way. So remember, we're both talking. They're both.
I just wouldn't. Okay. Let's say I'm agree with you. I just wouldn't call it an Aleph. I wouldn't call it that. Go ahead.
Because they're both they're all Northwest Semitic languages we're talking about right now. Ugarit and Hebrew.
Yeah, I just wouldn't call a cuneiform script a letter in Aleph. I just wouldn't do that. But go ahead. I'm not going to disagree with you.
So okay. So and I'll just use this as an example because they mentioned it in regards to the theophoric names. So El in Israel, is that a common noun, or is that used as a proper name for the deity?
It's used in reference to the deity that Jacob worshipped.
In reference to El, correct?
No, it's a reference to Yahweh. YHWH.
Where do you see that at in the? What do you? So do you want to read do you want to pull up the definition of a theophoric name?
Yeah, but and this is what we was already touching on. We know what a theophoric name is. We were just reading about it.
So are we suggesting?
I wouldn't read something to you that I don't know the definition
right.
of.
So we suggest that every time we see the name El in a theophoric name that is not referring to the deity El, but instead it's referring to the deity Yah or Yahweh. And also when we do see the theophoric name that contains the names, Yahwistic names, that they are referring to Yahwistic names. So all theophoric names are referring to Yahweh, according to you.
It depends on the cultural context. Is you talking about Israelite names?
Hebrew.
Israelite names, they're in reference to the God Yah.
Definition of the word theophoric.
Yeah, but there's more than just Hebrew theophoric names. That's why I asked you specifically about Hebrew. You're referencing Hebrew, the cultural context. If I say I'm going to praise God, or no, let's just use because not Isaac. I want to use Israel, but you still not gonna understand that El is in worship in reference to not to the Canaanite God. El is in reference to Yahweh. So let's use El in Israel, right? You have two root words. You have two root words and a prefix. You have Yah, which is the he, which is yeah. Then you have the shar, which is the word for like exalted, and then you have the Allah or El, which is God. That's what his name literally means. He is exalted with God, right? Or he's exalted by God, however you want to word it, right? It's still the same. It's carrying the same tone, right? The God that Jacob worshiped, not only Jacob, but Isaac and Abraham, was Yahweh, YHWH. We have it in the scriptures.
I'm gonna bust your ass with that, though.
Okay, but now before we move past, because I noticed you try to slide up out of it when I was talking about it, right? Because you do that when you cornered, you try to run from it. So once again, as I was stating, El predates the usage at Ugarit. El is the no what I'm not just gonna talk. I'm gonna share my screen.
Well,
or are you gonna acquiesce to that?
Well, because you keep
Nope, I'm gonna share my screen
Yahweh.
then. I'm gonna share my screen. Nope, I'm gonna share my screen then. Let me use my time. I'm gonna share my screen because we gotta keep it a buck here. Okay. El predates the usage at Ugarit.
Yes.
Okay, so I was gonna pull up the source, but my brother just acquiesced to that. It has a usage prior to even making it to Ugarit. That usage is not the name of a god. It's the word. It literally the root of it. The word El itself. Whether you pronounce it Il, El, Allah. The root of it is the common Semitic root word God. That's the root of it. It comes from the word strength.
What word? The common who? Keep that in mind because that's an important word. Semitic, the common Semitic word. So this is not. These are traditions and shared cultures. So the Hebrew, the Ugarit, they're not doing nothing different than one another.
Yes, they are. But see, and this is why you cut me off. When we get to Ugarit, as I'm showing, when we get to Ugarit, they change the usage of a word. It's no longer the word for God. They actually use it as the actual deity itself. They actually have a deity named El. That does not reflect the usage of the word in the other Semitic pantheons and other Semitic cultures, which is why I asked him, I said, don't go to no different culture. It says El does not appear in any Amorite pantheon. You can't just tell me, brother, well, that's because he took it from El. No, he's not there.
This has to be
where in there. Hold on. Where in their text do it say my God got his power from this person named El? We cannot keep putting on and trying to insert another culture onto these other Semitic cultures, bro. When these cultures are either contemporary or they predate that culture.
I'm going to show you. So even so, when you said that in regards to the El predating the Ugarit, right? So when we go to the Ibla, right, which dates about 3000 BC, we see it in reference used as a theophoric name, as one of the angels. Is it Michael? Is Michael and Ishmael? So those are the two occurrences as El. So I mean, your argument has to be this because you have to give occurrence for Yahweh's presence. He doesn't have a presence, so your argument has to be they're referring to Yahweh at this period of time. So,
all right, now
I would. So your argument, you don't have an argument depending on the time period that we're talking about.
Hold on, because we're talking about the root of it and where did because you keep asking me where does are you trying to say Yahweh come from the Amorite pantheon? Are you trying to say Yahweh come from the Ugarit? I'm telling you, he doesn't come from any of these pantheons. I'm trying to explain that to you, but every time we get to El don't exist in these other cultures, you just can't. You trying to fight it, but you're not pulling me up a source that I can be like, okay, I understand, because we're already dealing with theophoretic names. They're telling you that the god El is not being represented in these theophoretic names, right? So let's read this other source. It says right here, the god El did not exist in the earliest Semitic pantheons, those of Ebla and Akkad. You just brought up Ebla because we see El, the word there, that's not in reference to the god El, brother. It's the common word God. So when you see, just like, I'm gonna give you these different examples: Ishmael, Jacob, which is Israel.
Hold on, brother. Just stop right here because this is an important fact. I don't know if we actually reading, and maybe you may change your argument or your stance after this. So because just stop right here because this is where I'm reading it. Whoa! Stop! No! Go back down. Go back. Right. Well, yeah, right there. Yeah, where my mouth is at. So yeah, stop right there. So that's why you can't conflate your argument because the different time periods matter. So you are correct in saying the earliest accounts in those pantheons don't show the deity El. They don't. So when they're saying the Ebla tablets and they're speaking about those deities, I mean that those pantheons, they predate the Ugarit, right? Ebla is like 3000 BC. Ugarit is like 15.
All right. So,
So
we're agreeing. El is not in Ebla or Akkad.
Before the Ugarit, no. As a deity, no. Because for one, it's not even the word El is Elila or whatever the fuck it is.
It's the same word, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's a whole different. So they're correct. So
I know they're correct.
Yeah,
so telling you El is not.
But this kills your argument. This kills your argument because now we are establishing in the Ugarit pantheon the deity El. Now going forward, we have this deity El, and we will see this used as the head of the pantheon going forward. We don't.
Okay. Hold on. Pause real quick.
Go ahead.
Is the people that's on the panel still listening?
They are all here.
Have anybody here has anybody ever heard me say I'm going to argue against El and Ugarit?
No, but that's the whole. Your argument is that there is no deity El in the Hebrew pantheon. So there is.
No, it isn't.
But this doesn't say that. This is given a 3000 Ebla day.
Hold on. Okay, so first it gave us Ebla and Akkad, right? Okay. The article I'm reading from, this is by the same scholar that did the other article.
This is why I'm telling you.
Hold on, just pause. I'm trying to make a point so we can understand something real quick. So Akkad, Ebla, there is no El, right? This is done by
as the deity in the pantheon. No, it doesn't seem to be.
Okay,
but we do have the word.
Yeah, no. I already said that. I said that. I don't think we got to establish things that we agree on, right?
Right.
So we're saying El exists. The word El exists. It's the word for God, but there isn't a deity named El in Akkad or Ebla.
It doesn't
right?
seem to be until the Ugarit.
No. Hold on. Okay, so now we get to Ugarit. Ugarit has a god named El.
Yes.
Okay, is not Amorite contemporary with Ugarit?
Yes.
Okay, why do not Why do not the Amorites have a god named El?
Well, at that time period, you have the kingdom of Mari, you have the Yamhad kingdom, then you have Ugarit underneath it.
What does that have to do with El?
Different deities.
Mari, so why we don't see El in Amorite?
Asking about Hadad and those deities, that's what they was worshiping up there. El doesn't come into the Ugarit.
Right. Now, Amorite are Canaanites. They're contemporary with Ugarit. Yeah. If you're trying to say that everyone's pantheon offspring from Ugarit, why don't the Amorites have a god named El? That's what I'm asking you.
That's where we see the story come from. Once we get the Ugarit and we get the deity El, that El cult, right? Then we see the story of the Elohim. Elohim is plural.
No, bro. The word Elohim exists before Ugarit.
Elohim exists before what? Ugarit? Hebrew exists before Ugarit is crazy.
Bro, the word Elim. Okay, they don't say Elohim. Elim, however you want to pronounce it. I don't want to get into pronunciation game because we know we're talking about the same word. That predate Ugarit, bro.
You do because they're both pronounced the same, and they're wrote the same. How the only reason they can
wrote the same? Hold on. I don't want to get lost. What's wrote the same? I don't want to get lost.
Let's be clear. Most times, the only way they can distinguish between these Semitic scripts is they distinguish by time period. So they know this is a Ugarit script because of the time period.
No, Ugarit script don't look nothing like Hebrew, bro.
What 1400 BC script was there in Hebrew?
Bro, so the Hebrew script is represented in the Middle Bronze Age is represented by like the Proto-Sinaitic, and then it turns into like what you see becomes. Huh?
Serebit El Kadem.
Okay, I know that's what you would call where the Proto-Sinaitic is. So Hebrew in Ugarit text aren't the same, bro. Ugarit uses uniform. Ugarit uses uniform to write. Hebrew.
Wedge-shaped characters, which are characters, not necessarily letters.
I said script.
I'm going to show the Northwest Semitic chart, linguistic chart. Anyway,
we're talking about scripts. You said the scripts look alike. Ugarit script don't look like Hebrew.
Look anything alike.
Hebrew don't look like Ugarit, bro. Ugarit use uniform.
Brother, I understand that point. That's not what I'm saying. When they're written out, right? They're both written out as Aleph Lamed. Hold on, I'm going to show it.
When they're transliterated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say transliterated. Don't.
Yeah, that's not written out.
Brother, we're not reading cuneiform. We know it's going to be transliterated. We're all talking. We know it's transliterated. But they're
no. You said they looked. You said the two scripts.
Okay, wait. Go ahead.
You said the Ugarit script and the Hebrew look the same, bro. That's what you said.
Go ahead. I'm gonna share my. I ain't sharing my screen yet.
All right, I'm done with the. I'm gonna let you share because I have been sharing this whole time. I mean, my point was made. We can talk about it after you finish sharing your screen.
Go. I mean, if you still want to read some more, go ahead. Because
no. The 2 points was read. The L is not in the Cad, is not in Ebla, is not in Amorite. The point was made. You can share your screen now.
You're done. Okay.
I did want to give you the floor because I'm pressed for time, bro. I got to get up at 6. I got to get up at 5 in the morning. I got to be at work at 6.
My bad. Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have the floor. And then if you want, we can touch on after you done, we could touch on Deuteronomy maybe real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go back to your show.
Okay, for sure.
Drop your email in the back chat for me, Chaasad. Is it Chaasad? My bad. I keep if I'm messing it up.
Oh, it's Chaasad.
Chaasad. Okay, let me take the H off. Chaasad.
I'm trying to pull up this chart real quick.
And while you doing that, I'll go ahead and give give a happy birthday to your brother because he's here kicking it with us on his birthday, having some birthday fun. Go ahead and show him some love. How you feeling today on your solar return?
I feel a year older.
Hey, do you? I don't never feel no older.
You gonna feel it eventually, my boy.
Might look a little older, but I still feel like I'm 18.
Getting a little wiser every hour. That's about it.
Hey. And let me know when you're ready to come do a presentation. I know you got some stuff over there in the works.
Yeah.
Bless me with something, man. Some of them.
I got you.
Some of the manuscripts.
I got you.
Appreciate you.
King J, you good? You good?
He done had to go back to the drawing board after what you put down. Shit.
No, I just was pulling it up. I just wanted to show this chart real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna share screen.
Yeah, to go back to the drawing board.
You kind of gave me an idea though, A1.
What's that?
I said you gave me an idea. I'm gonna let these brothers go ahead and go back at it, but you gave me an idea. I'm gonna holler at you about it.
Yep. Keep you posted. You know,
and it's the only good source I can show. Can we see?
I can't see every name, but I can see it. I can see it somewhat.
Which ones can't you see? I'll read them to you.
Like I see El Young, I see Asher, I see Baal. Like I don't see like I can't see like the A ones. It's just too small. That's all.
Okay, it goes Anat, Ashtar, Baal, Mat, Shahar, Shalim, Shapash, Yam, and then on the very bottom it goes Pidre, Tele, Arse.
So I would make an argument that El is the Elimelech is the father. This is his consort, Asherah, which later. So keep him as I'm showing. We don't see a Yahweh, but later on, we will see Yahweh with Asherah, right? Scribbled in there together some type of way, right? Stealing his attributes, right? Stealing the Elion title from El, right? But even before Yahweh, Baal does that. Baal strips. So when I'm saying I'm showing this chart here. Every one of these are not Ashtar, Baal, Mot. So they are Elion of their pantheon. They are the Most High, right? Every one of these. So when it says El is portioning his land, you see the divisions. He's giving each god a nation. Baal is given a nation. Mot is given a nation. Ashtar is given a nation, a people. Anat is given a people. Yahweh is given a people. And do you know who the people of Yahweh that Yahweh is given? Israel. And that's written in there.
That's written in where?
Masoretic. Because it's not in the Dead Sea. It's not in the Dead Sea Scrolls at all.
What's not in the Dead Sea Scrolls? I think you're saying it backwards. You're saying that.
No, I'm not.
You're saying Yahweh was written into the Canaanite pantheon is in the Dead Sea Scrolls, not in the Masoretic.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I said what I said. It's not. You do not find it Yahweh in the. Do you? No, you don't.
Don't say you don't find them in Dead Sea Scrolls at all. Don't say
you do. Wait. You do.
Don't say that.
It's the sons of Israel in the Masoretic. My bad. The Masoretic translates it. I'm sorry, as sons of Israel. The Dead Sea Scroll continues a tradition and has it as sons of Beni Elohim, but that's where we find the infusion of the Yahweh.
All right,
as one of the sons in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm sorry.
That's cool. I'm gonna deal with that. I'm gonna just let you whatever else you want.
So I just wanted to give you an idea of what I meant when I'm showing the pantheon and the distribute and how this is the Ugarit pantheon as well.
I understand the theory. I understand the theory. Or I read Mark Smith, Frank Cross, bro. The source that I've got on the screen it referenced Frank M. Cross, bro. I've read these arguments that Yahweh comes from the Canaanite tradition or descends from out of being a son of El. I've read those are hypotheses. You know that, right?
Okay.
You do know that, right? Because they admit that I got Mark Smith admitting that the context in Deuteronomy was never in any mention of polytheism, none of that. You know that, right?
That is correct.
You do know I got Mark Smith work, right? And I've showed it in the debate. You do know that. All right, you know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna let you finish though. I ain't.
Hold on.
Yes, sir. Just let me know when you're done, knock.
Hold on, brother. No, I'm finished. I'm sharing my screen. I just wanted to show some scriptures.
Con. I said just let me know when you're done.
Okay.
You at Hebrews? You went to that.
4:8. I got some more. So I think I asked you this question earlier, right? Because you mentioned that Yahweh, right, or Jesus, led the children of Israel out of the out of Egypt.
Hey, King J,
Yes.
I got a debate with the other brother on this topic. You gotta.
Who is
No,
this?
it's cool because I can't. I don't want to talk about it on this
Yeah,
platform.
let's
We'd have to
not
talk
talk
about it separately. But
yeah, I kind of already got a debate on not necessarily what you talking about, but on the Jesus and God.
not even that. I'm saying that I'm gonna let you know right now. Then that's on pause for the moment. Just because of other situations that's been going on, it's on pause for the moment. So, I mean, we can still, and I wanted to fine tune the topic. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's not going to be ammunition for me.
What's on pause?
No, me and him was setting up a debate on another on the brother DMG channel. You know, so
Nothing I'm talking about is nothing that I haven't already talked about or did a presentation on, or like this topic in particular is a conversation that me and
it was a whole different conversation. It got nothing to do with you. What I was saying was me and the other brother, the brother, me and him was having a conversation. It was along the lines of who's doing things, Yahweh, Jesus, you know, of that nature. So that's how I was trying to let you know. Like, me and you can talk about it, but
no, I have a debate on this topic coming up too. So I mean, it's going.
But you good, man. It's good. He said it don't matter, whatever. I don't care. It's good, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Information is gonna be out there. So I mean,
yeah, it don't even matter, bro. I ain't.
It's just for edification because I've been talking about it. So,
yeah, go ahead, Doc.
So when you work, this is the Jesus that you're referring to, right? So we'll break it down. That gives the rest for God's people. So this is a Sabbath rest for God's people. So it says again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, I'm giving a scripture before. Today, after so long, as it is said, today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Jesus had given a rest, then he would not afterward have spoken of another day. So this is, you said this is Yahweh, correct?
What?
This right here, this Jesus, for if Jesus.
No, I never said Jesus was Yahweh. The what he asked me was, so he asked me why do we see Elohim but we don't see Yahweh, right? In the doing the creation. So he's trying to say that Elohim does the creation. And then I gave what I gave him was an example of we see things being ascribed to other entities. Like we can see things being ascribed to angels or other things saying that they did something. And then in the same parallel verse, it'll turn around and say in that exact same parallel verse, Yahweh did it instead. It wouldn't say like, oh, the angel did it. It would say Yahweh did it instead, because the cultural context, the cultural understanding is what matters. And that's the point that y'all are missing out on. When it says that God did something, God, the most high God, has never been on earth. It's always a mediator. So therefore, whenever you exchange mediator, because like we see angels are being called God. When they see him, they call him God.
So in this context right here, where it says Jesus, who is it? For if Jesus had given them rest, who are they talking about?
I gotta see the whole thing in context, because what I see is them referring to ancient time things. So I will actually have to look at this whole thing in this context and go back to it. Let me see. You in Hebrews 4?
4 verse 8. And it's in reference to giving rest to the Sabbath, of giving rest to the people on the Sabbath. So it says, for if Jesus had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day? There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, as God did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
And you trying to say that's talking about Joshua, the people that enter into Joshua rest?
It's not Jesus.
I'm just asking you. You saying that's for the people that enter into Joshua's rest?
Yes.
Okay.
You have contention with that?
I wouldn't necessarily I wouldn't necessarily say I would have a contention with it. I'll let you have your understanding of it.
We're gonna go to that was Hebrew. Let's go to Acts 7:45. Let me give you some scriptures before you go.
Chaasad, believe it or not, he went to these passages when he came up with his debate, because the brother went to Jude 4 and 5 with him, ironically. And I didn't, even though he a barbarian, shouts out to Apollo, I didn't have any conspiring ideas or exchanges with him in any of this. Just to let you know. But he's going to verses he went to with that brother Apollo, the guy he has a debate with, in response to the Jude 4 and 5 verses, which is ironic, I think, because that's what we talked about when we had our discussion. Just to give you some context.
Well, I'm actually using them for everything because they BTA, so
I got you.
It don't matter.
I understand that. I'm just giving him some context about.
Well, you don't need to give him context because I think he know me a little bit more than you do.
Cool.
So let's go. All right, for sure. So what I'm showing him, where we at, brother Chaasad? We're at Acts 7:45.
You say you
I'll
want
start
to
at 40. I'm sharing the screen if you can see.
Yep, go ahead, bro.
Here we go. So it says, our fathers had the tabernacle. So I think this is Stephen talking, correct? Our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he has seen, which also our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus unto the possessions of the Gentiles, whom God drave out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David. Who is Jesus?
Look at the context. If it's,
You know what I mean?
why would you need me to tell you if that's talking about Jesus in their time or Joshua? It says which also our fathers that came after in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles, whom God drave out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David. Is that not talking about the conquering and taking over Canaan?
Okay, I would assume. But so why does it say? Why does it not say Yeshua ben Nun?
What you mean? Why does it not say Yeshua ben Nun?
Does it say Yeshua ben Nun?
Why do it have to say Joshua the son of Nun?
If that's
The context lets you know the Joshua it's I mean who it's talking about.
Does it?
Okay, so once again, was Jesus the one that went with the Israelites and beat up the Gentiles, or was there a man that actually had the name that Jesus had?
No, brother, I don't have a problem with. I'm just getting your understanding of it, because this a lot of times, they use this as to say this is Jesus or this is Yahweh. So let's go.
Who? Why are you trying to present me to somebody else's argument though? Why you want my take on somebody else's argument? If it's talking about
because
Jesus and Joshua is the same name. If it's talking about Jesus took the Israelites into the promised land after they left Egypt, what other Joshua took the Israelites into the promised land after they left Egypt?
I agree. I agree. Hold on, we go to the Hebrew.
But what does that got to do with God? They don't take away from God. Still gave Joshua the power, or God was with Joshua, or God was with Moses. Like I don't understand what the point.
It has a lot to do with it. It also has a lot to do with the tetragram of Yahweh itself. So just 1 second, brother. Oh, that's 7:4. Hold on.
So I got a question.
Yep,
You gonna
of the
say that
text.
the Old Testament don't say that the Lord was with Joshua? Is that what you gonna say to me?
It's not gonna say Yahweh was with Joshua.
It ain't gonna say the Lord. I didn't say Yahweh name is Joshua. What are you talking about, bro?
I said it's not gonna say that Yahweh was with Joshua. So who is the word? Who, for one, the word Yahweh is Joshua. So are you saying that? What does it say in this instance? We can go to the text. It says Yahweh, Yahweh.
The word.
Hold on. No, let's stop because this is a complete miss, bro. I don't know what the hell you think what's going on, bro. So let's do something real quick. Because I don't know what I don't know what the hell you.
What I'm showing is this. Hold on, brother.
It says this, Joshua 1:1. Now, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now, therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I've said unto Moses, from the wilderness in this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, and all the land of the Hittites. And I don't even got to keep reading. It literally tell you that the Lord is with Joshua, bro. He literally is the predecessor, no, the successor. He's the successor to Moses, bro.
What's the word for that you're using? What God is you using?
What?
You said it says the Lord is.
It says the Lord spake unto Joshua. The Lord, like literally the Lord. Like
wait. So does it say? It says. So it says when it says the Lord spoke to Joshua.
Yeah.
Does it say Yahweh? It said. You're saying that it says Yahweh spoke to Joshua.
Bro, hold on. I'm finna read it. I'm finna read it to you.
I'm asking you.
Yahweh, Waya Amar, Yahweh, all Yahweh Shah.
I asked you that. That's what I asked you. I asked you, did it say Yahweh, Yahweh? And you laughed. And you like, huh? What are you talking about?
It didn't say Yahweh, Yahweh.
It did.
No, it didn't say Yahweh, Yahweh.
Brother, okay, so here we go. I have the lexicon.
Can you confirm to me what we're reading? What verse are we reading again? You're in Deuteronomy, the end of Deuteronomy?
I'm sharing.
No, I'm talking about what Chaasad was just reading.
I don't know where he's at.
I was reading from Joshua 1:1. See,
Okay,
you think it said Yahweh, Yahweh. No, bro. At the end, where it picks up, Yahweh the first. Hold on. Where it picks up the first Yahweh is actually the ending of a context. It says servant, Ibad Yahweh, servant of the Lord. Then it says, and he said, Waya Amar. The Y is an and, the Yod is the prefix meaning he, Amar is to say. Then it says Yahweh again. Then we have the Aleph and the Met. This time it's not used as God, it's used as a preposition. And then it says the name Joshua. That's what I just read to you.
So
it don't say Yahweh, Yahweh, as in like
brother,
there's two.
So brother, just real quick, because you're reading it in English. You say you're in the book of Joshua. You said it.
No, I'm looking at the Hebrew Joshua. I'm looking at the Hebrew Joshua.
Let me just build just to so I can make my point. You're reading. You said you're reading from Joshua, correct? The book of Joshua. Say that in Hebrew. You're reading from the book of what?
Joshua is the same word as Jesus, Yahweh Shah.
So you just said you're reading from the book of Yeshua, okay? And can you spell that?
It's spelled YHWSHUA. Well, the Shin, S-H-I. The
Vahev,
Ayin.
Vahev.
Yod Hey Wav
Vahev.
Shah. No, bro. There's a Shin. Then there's an Ayin. I'm gonna share my screen, man.
I'm sharing my screen right now. I'm sharing the lexicon. So let's go.
I'm gonna share my screen, bro.
So we see the screen. So
you see my screen?
7. I'm sharing mine.
Go ahead.
I'm in the lexicon. In Joshua, in it with Joshua. You see it in the Greek, the Jesus. Jesus or Joshua, the name of the Messiah. Strong's 24:24. Of the origin, Yeshua. Let's go. This is the Shem you was talking about. Let's go. Translation, Yeshua. Pronunciation, Yeshua. King James, Joshua. Well, Joshua, Yeshua. Hebrew. Strong's Concordance. Hebrew for Joshua, Yeshua, or Yeshua. From what? Yad He Va He. I want you to read this again, young brother. This is we in the Strongs for the Joshua or Yeshua. Yeshua from Yad He Va He, meaning Jehovah saved. In regards to Joshua, the Jewish leader, Yeshua, Yehoshua, okay. Joshua, the Hebrew, Yad He, Vahev. There is no Shem.
You done, Ak?
And also, and so just I'm and while we're right here, this is the first occurrence of the tetragram that you see, and it's in reference to his name, Joshua, not to Jesus, not to no Messiah. It's in reference to Joshua in the wilderness. There is no occurrence before this, and we see the transmission from Moses. This is the same time period that Moses would have got it from, according to the biblical text. He would have got it from Jethro. Jethro would have got it to Moses, and Moses would have gave it to Yahweh.
So tetragram does appear twice in this verse.
Hold on. Please.
And this is where we date this to around 1250 BC. This is when we'll start seeing the tetragram, this tetragram in particular, Yahweh Vahev, inserted into the text in the Bible. So what did you want to share, brother?
My screen is always sharing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta stop presenting and present mine.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
You done? I'm just waiting on my screen to go up. There we go. So, while I was reading to you, Joshua 1:1, bro. You asked me. You said it don't mention Yahweh.
You're reading Yeshua 1:1.
Okay, you want to call it Yeshua? Okay,
you're reading Yeshua 1:1.
So you were trying to say that. This is what I was confused. Are you trying to say
how do you spell Jesus? Because you're being disingenuous, acting like you don't spell Jesus with
bro. The name Joshua is right here, bro. You're not even letting me finish my argument and letting me even fucking finish. So you say you don't spell. First of all, you say you don't spell Jesus with a shin, but this is literally the name Joshua. This is literally how you spell the Hebrew name Joshua. Yod, Hav, Wav, Shin, Ayin. It's a compound of two words. To save in Yahweh. His name means Yahweh saves. No one argued about that, bro. We're talking about, you said Yeah, it didn't say Yahweh was with Joshua. Yes, it did, and that's why I went here. It literally tells you the Lord spoke to Joshua. That's literally what it says right here. Waya Amar, right? The why is an and. The yo is meaning like that he spake, like it's literally telling you he's the one that's speaking. Amar is to speak. Who's the one speaking? Yahweh. This is a preposition. Who is it to? Joshua, the son of Nun. There's two entities here. We have the Lord, which is God, who's speaking to Joshua, Moses' predecessor. Well, not predecessor, successor. I always mess those two up. Moses' successor. So I keep asking you, bro. You keep going about, first you try to, is this talking about Jesus or is it talking about Joshua? Context lets you know. Then it went to, well, now Yahweh and is Jesus, and this supposed to be the tetragrammaton, and no, Ak, that's not what's going on. And what you really don't understand is there's not just one way to break this name down. If you understand Hebrew, you know this, because guess what? The word for my God and Yah is my God is the same word. Same thing here. This word not only means Yahweh saves, but it also means he saves. Jesus' name does not carry the same connotation as Joshua. It's broken down differently. The Hawashai part, which is the whole way Cheyenne Iron, the Salakia, the how, the ha, the wa, the sha, and the iron, right? That's already a name. That's Hosea's name. His name means salvation. When we go into the lexicon, right here, this is already a root name in the Hebrew. What does it mean? Salvation. We literally sees it right here. Salvation. But when we get to Jesus, right? Let's go to Jesus. It literally lets you know how his name is broken down. When we see the colon, is literally letting you know this is an explanation. It's expounding on what's going on. Hold on. Nope.
That, right? Go ahead. I'll share my screen when you get done. I'm gonna share the exact same.
So this is Jesus. This is how his name is broken down. He shall save his people from their sins. Why? So Jesus' name, Yahawashai, that Yod is acting as a prefix. He shall save his people. Hawashai is already being.
What Jesus is
that? Bro, this is talk. Come on, bro. This is obviously talking about the son of Joseph, Jesus. Joseph and Mary's son,
I'm
Jesus.
I'm going to show you in the lexicon that. Go ahead.
You gonna show me in the lexicon what?
That's not the tetragram, correct?
When did I say that was the tetragrammaton?
Exactly. It's not.
When did I say that was the tetragrammaton?
We've established good. Let's establish that where they're referring to the son of Mary at here, Jesus, they're not using the tetragram here, correct? Right? That's Hava. There's no Yod.
Are you talking about the Theophoric connection?
We're not talking to you. Just learn. You're just learning. We're not talking to you.
I'm not just learning.
Just stay silent, please. I appreciate that. There is no Yod added here.
I wanted to hear what he had to say, man. You always doing that. You wanted to hear what somebody
because we
got
talking,
to say.
brother. Like, yeah, he ain't even got to be on the panel. We talking. This for me and Chaasad. So
I'm literally
there is no Yah. There is no Yo added on there. There's just Hava.
What?
There is no in this reference here to son of Mary. There is no Yod added to this name. It's not the tetragram. It's Hava.
You see my screen, right?
Yes, I see your screen.
So what part of the name don't got the tetragrammaton in it?
Blow it up. Hold on.
You don't see my screen? It's right there. You see, this is the Greek name, Jesus.
You're in the Greek. Jesus.
This is the Hebrew order.
I
You want me
can't
to
see
go
your
to?
screen. I can't lie, brother. I can't see your screen.
You can't see my. Can anybody else on the panel see my screen?
It's just y'all two. See, I'm about to
I'm
be.
just asking. Can you
I'm about
see
to
the
say it's just y'all
screen?
two conversation. I'll stop looking. 'Cause-
Can you see the screen?
Yeah,
I
we can
can't
see the
now. I
screen,
can't
man.
now.
I
Once
just
you
want to
do
know
that,
if you can see the screen. I can see the screen.
I can see the screen.
Screen is
Look at the smart
visible.
ass, man. I want to hear what Courtney got to say though when you land your play, man. He might actually have something valuable to add, man. Courtney's a pretty wise
no,
brother.
we're not asking for his anything addition. This is something we're talking about right now.
I just asked him for
Yeah, he could back chat it or something. He could, if you got something. But right now, because when I'm in the middle of a conversation and he interjected, it takes my whole thought of because I'm talking to like this is something we trying to hash out. You know what I'm saying? He can wait
all
to
right,
the
that's
end.
cool. You gotta
I
stop
don't know
having
what we
open
trying to
panels,
hash out
man.
at this point, bro. I don't know what we trying to hash out.
Are you done?
You gotta
Are you
stop
done?
having
Are
open
you done
panels
sharing
when
your
you're not
screen?
I was
letting
waiting
people
on. I asked you a question. I was waiting on the answer.
I see the Greek. I can see. I can't. It's a root etymology. Then it get real blurry. You see. I see Hebrew.
What do you want to see, King J? What do you want me to show?
I'm gonna show. Well, I'm gonna show the same thing, but just if you done.
I mean, look, I don't know what
got
we're
him on
talking
the
about
ropes right now.
no
No,
more at
he's
this
gonna get
point, bro.
knocked out. He's gonna get knocked out
Chaasad
right
got
now.
him on the ropes. He won't even let nobody else talk. It hurt, don't it?
I mean, I kind of just broke down how with Jesus' name, how it's being broken down.
Are you done? I'm
It's
gonna go to the lexicon. You didn't go to the lexicon.
I'm in the lexicon. That's why I'm asking you, bro. What is we talking about?
Are you done? I'm finishing my screen.
Go, bro. I don't want to.
So you can see what I'm
lost
talking
at
about.
this
It's
point.
no, I'm just all right.
You could drop your email in the private chat,
I'm gonna
Chaasad.
show you the difference.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna show you the difference here. What I was talking about, okay? So we are in Yeshua 1:1.
Hey,
So here,
I
right, where it says,
I literally just had
I
this
know,
up.
but brother, so you gonna let me do, so I can show you what I'm gonna show you before you like let me show you. I let you show brother. I gave
No,
you.
but I'm saying why you ain't tell me when it was on the screen what you was trying to get at. You
I'm
wanted to
showing
put
you,
your screen up to show it.
brother. I'm showing you what you showed, what you wanted to show. Now I'm showing what I'm showing.
Go ahead, Doc.
I appreciate that. So what I'm showing you here is what I'm talking about. So where it says the instance is Yahweh, right? Where it's of the Lord, where it says Yahweh, the proper name of the God of Israel. It says from the root word. It says from the root word Hava. So when I said, brother, that word or that name occurrence does not have a yod at the end, that's what I meant, brother. Because from that root word Hava, is there a yod? There's not a yod. It's just a hav, the va, and the hav. So let's go. We see the
Stop.
next
You said
no,
yo.
brother.
I'm trying to walk with you. I'm trying to walk with you.
No, brother. Let me
I
present.
can't. No, I'm trying to get an understanding of what you said, so I can't understand.
No, because I didn't filibuster you along the way. I just let you present.
I'm not trying to filibuster. I just wanted to understand what you said at the end, bro. Just repeat it for me, please.
It's from the root word Hava. I'm going to go to it.
The word Yahweh is from the root word.
Brother. Let me present.
Okay.
Filibustering along the way. I let you talk unfiltered.
Go ahead, I
appreciate you. So this is Yahweh. So where it says here of the Lord, Yahweh, right, is given the proper name of the God of Israel from Hava. There is no yod here. Let's just be clear. There is no yod. This is from Hava. The next occurrence is the same word Yahweh again. Yahweh, from the proper name of the God of Israel. So they're referring to the God of Israel from the root word Hava, spoke to Joshua. Right? So we see here Yad, Hey, Vahav. Joshua is from the root Yahweh, not this word here. Yahweh that they're writing here as the proper name for the God from Hava, two different words, brother. So let's go here. Yahweh, proper name, Yad He Vahe. Brother, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yad He Vahe. This is name. This is so the argument is the point that I'm making is that the name of God, Joshua. Joshua is spelled from the root Yahweh Vahe.
You done, Knock?
Right? No, not yet. I got to show Hava.
Go ahead.
To become. To become. That's the occurrence. To become. Strong's 3068 for Yahweh. From H. And so you do see that this is not pronounced as Yahweh, right? It's pronounced Yah. It's a Yahweh. Let's go back. And Yasha. And this will be able to get to the deliver from. To rescue, to deliver. Salvation. Savior. Savior. From the root word Savior. Joshua is the Savior. So Joshua has the root word, come from the root word Yahweh. Savior, to become. Right? Savior, to become the Savior. Joshua. The words say Joshua is the Savior. And that this is the first use of the occurrence with Joshua. Now the brothers made a statement before. I don't know if he want to correct himself and say that, oh, we see it with the Hava and the Hava. I don't see it here as a tetragram. Only with the name of Joshua. But go ahead.
Okay, thank you, bro. Because the tetragrammaton is literally sitting in your face in the script. I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. Just share my screen.
What I'm showing you is it? Where? Where?
Share my screen.
One time we see it, and it's right here, right?
Just share my screen.
Go ahead. Because why do we have to share a different screen when it's the same thing?
All right. When I had my screen up and I asked you to pinpoint what you were talking about, you didn't want to do it. So I'm going to just do it on my screen just so I can knock it out. But when I had my screen up, I asked you to tell me what you was talking about. You didn't do that. Right? So this is very simple, bro. This is what you have. Joshua 1 and 1 up. Mm-hmm. Here you have Moses, the servant of Yahweh. This is the tetragrammaton right here. Mm-hmm. This is Yahweh alone. There is no Joshua, nothing. This is just the Lord. It says, and he said, literally, and he spoke. That's literally what this says.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh
Hava
Joshua.
Yeshua.
No. See, King J, the problem is, bro, you reading the root of the words, not what's actually written in the text. That's the problem when people do this thing with the Bible when they try to pull up the lexicons and stuff, bro. Let me show y'all something. What King J is doing is he's looking at this right here, and he says, I hate when that happened. Hold on.
Right, because why are we using
Stop. Bro, King J is looking at the roots down here and not what's in the actual text, what's written. I already told you Joshua's name is comprised of 2 words, Yahweh and saves. This is what I already broke. No interrupting. You didn't let me. When I was trying to get on the same page with you, you didn't even want to do that. So I don't want you to interrupt right now. Yahweh, the Tetragrammaton, is not Joshua. The Tetragrammaton is what you see. YHWH. Joshua name carries the Tetragrammaton because his name is about his God. Yahweh saves. That's what his God, that's what his name means. And we see it again with Isaiah. It's the same thing, it's just in reverse. Isaiah's name is Yeshaya. If you want to say the whole thing will be like Yeshaya Yahweh, that will be the whole word of it. But it's the same thing. It means Yah saves. But when we get to Jesus, because these words can be broken down differently depending on how the person chooses the root is and what's the prefix. See here, the word is 2 roots, Yahweh and save, right? When we get to Jesus's name, which is why his name doesn't mean Yahweh saves, but he saves, because salvation, right? Hosea already has the name Hawashai, right? It's the same name as Joshua without the yod on there. So the name doesn't always have to be in reference.
The yod on there, right? No. So how do you have a text?
Hold on,
stop. How do you have a text? Go ahead.
Stop. His name, Hosea, literally means salvation. That's what Hawashai means. Salvation. When we get to Jesus, and this is why his name is broken down slightly different than Joshua's, it's all about how you choose to parse the word. That's what you're not getting. When we get to Jesus, Salakia, because they opened up the first chapter. I mean, the first verse. I don't need the first verse. I need to get down to verse 21. When we get to Jesus, they don't break his name down as Yahweh saves or our God saves. They break his name down as he saves or he is salvation. They're looking at the root word of it, Hawashai, instead of just Shai and Yahweh. They're looking at it as Hawashai, then the yod is a prefix meaning he. And this is what we see several times. We see that with Isaac. It's because you don't understand how the word is being chosen to be broken down. Depending on its context, my bad, I misspelled Isaac, my dumb ass. Depending on its context, it can be broken down into 2 root words, or it can be broken down into a root word with a prefix.
It's a question. So, is the yod being used? Is the yod being used as a vowel or a consonant in the tetragram?
No. It's not question time right now. Sorry.
It's a consonant.
It's not question time right now. Sorry.
He hit him with a taste of his own medicine. We don't want to hear from you right now.
I'm letting him go. He ain't showing up.
We don't want to hear from you right now.
My screen not sharing.
Your screen is still sharing.
Okay, it is still sharing. Why you just lying and say my screen not sharing?
No, I didn't say your screen wasn't sharing. I said you're not showing nothing. Meaning like
shout out Chaasad.
Right. So this is very simple, bro. It's all about how they're choosing to parse the word for Jesus and Joshua differently. Here we clearly see the name. I would say this is pronounced Yatazakak. They will say it's Yitzchak, right? This yod is working as a prefix. It means he. That's how this works. The yod is a prefix. It has a root word, tazakoch, right? It means to mock, to laugh, to play. Isaac's name literally means he mocks or he laughs. Why? Because Sarah laughed when the Lord told him she was going to have a baby. They're literally breaking down how these words are to be parsed. So you're not arguing with me, King J. You arguing with Hebrew at this point, bro. Like, what is we talking about?
Well, we arguing. This is we in the Strong. They're using the Masoretic.
Did you understand what I just showed you, bro?
Yeah, the Tiberian Naku system. That's what you showed. So I am arguing about the parchments.
Yod is not a damn. Oh my goodness.
Is it a vowel or is it a consonant?
Did you just say the yod in the Tetragrammaton is a vowel?
I asked you. No, I said it was a consonant. The brother just said it wasn't.
Who?
The brother that just responded.
You trying to say Chaasad said that the yod is
just responded?
You have a problem with hearing. Just address Chaasad.
Right, because we wasn't talking to you. So
right, because I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with everything Chaasad is saying so far. For real. Go ahead and address him.
Okay, and that's great.
Matter of fact, no, hold on. I want you. Well, let me know when you're ready, because I do want you to get an uninterrupted response.
Yeah, hey King J, I'm gonna let you finish because it is, bro. It's in 11, bro. I do gotta wrap it up, man. I do gotta wrap it up.
It is. You're right. Wifey ready.
Rest is important.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just finish it because we do got a lot to unpack. So yeah, I just definitely wanted to.
We can definitely do this again, bro. You ain't slipped from Deuteronomy 32. I remember. I gotta get you on Deuteronomy 32. That's what we're
Deuteronomy 32 is gonna be your demise, brother.
We putting a bookmark right there. So next time me and you come back, we can get on Deuteronomy 32. I do want to hear what the brother cut him up said. I do want to hear what he said because he's been sitting here and he ain't really talked. So I do want
to let him talk.
Real quickly, I was going to say, when you first asked, do we see the Tetragrammaton in the name, you're now referring to a theophoric. Theophorics are abbreviations of the particular deity's names or the common noun for the particular individual's deity. That's the whole purpose of how they function. They can be on as suffixes at the end or prefixes at the beginning of a name. So, I mean, some of the things you suggested, implied, asserted, and I completely agree. The way you were trying to read the text to be saved, to be like completely weird modes of attempting to just read the root. Like literally etymological fallacy in order to try to interpret the text from the original wording. And you're missing all of the basic aspects of grammar, syntax applied to the language itself, which is causing a lot of confusion when you're asking certain questions. But yeah, the Tetragrammaton is in Joshua 1:1 2 times in your face, period. And according to the way you were trying to read Joshua 1:1, it would technically then be 3 times because Joshua is Yahweh.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's 3 times. So why is it?
That just demonstrates how you're misrepresenting the text, the original language, the way the language functions, the way the grammar functions, and even the wording
system.
It's not about the vowel points at this point. Point blank, period. And that's not an innuendo.
So why are there 3 occurrences of the tetragram written 3 different ways?
There's not.
3 different ways.
There's not. You have the tetragram. Tetragram means 4 letters. If you're going by the root, you're not reading 4 letters. That demonstrates that you have a major confusion in the way you're trying to assess the literature.
The only time occurrence we see the 4 letters is in the name Joshua. When you said you said yes. When you said Yahweh previously, Yahweh, the root words of that was not with a yo, it was just Hava. It was just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm looking at it right now.
And 8th word, the 6th and 8th word, which I shared in the back chat and in the comments,
Well, you said
So
the root is Hava.
no, I said that's the way you're trying to read it, and
That's
the
how I
way you're is bringing up abundance of confusion and conflation.
Would you like to present? Because we're gonna. I want to talk
All
about.
you got to do is pull up the Hebrew of Joshua 1:1, and you're going to read two instances of the textual grammaton, which is a particular academic mode of synthesizing four Hebraic letter configurations. The Yod, the Hey, the Vav, the Hey, the Yah, the Ha, the Vav, the Wa, however you want to pronounce the letters. Because I also found it very intriguing. The brother mentioned the ayin that was in Joshua, and you didn't say there's no aleph there, which it was our whole argument the other night. So I do find it quite interesting the way you oscillate and the way you interrogate and attempt to make points. Oscillate meaning you go from one side to the other side, and you don't even realize it because you think you're making a very profound statement, and at times it's, and this is, in all honesty, no dig at you, it's not that profound.
Are you looking at the screen? Because this is what you're saying, but I'm actually showing it, so we can demonstrate it.
So yes, one, you see where it says of the Lord and that the Lord.
Sure.
You see those four letters in Hebrew, the four consonants, Yod, the Ha, the Va, the Ha, however you, the Yod, the Hey, the Vav and Hey, the Wa, the Hey, however you don't see it.
That right here, no.
Interesting. It's in the second column and your mouse is covering it right now.
I don't see that.
It's interesting because that's exactly what you're hovering over with your mouse. What you don't see is exactly where your mouse is hovering.
So this
your mouse is hovering it, sir.
So hold on. This Yod is suggested. It's suggested. It's not written. So when we go here, is it for where? So Hava.
Can you show me evidence that Yod is a suggestion in the literature of this particular verse?
Brother, we're reading from the Masoretic text.
So why don't you go to a text that reads the way you're suggesting? Go to that document.
Because I have to go to the Dead Sea Scrolls. Brother, we already know the Dead Sea Scrolls will read totally different than this.
No, they just have a different script type. That's the only total difference that you're going to find.
Yeah, cut him up, court's an expert on the ancient manuscripts. That's why I keep
but
him around.
But he's saying there's something that's not. So where's the Yod?
That's why it was funny when he was like, "We got to hear from you." I'm like, he's had his hands on some of these manuscripts. You tried to.
We have it here.
But go ahead, though. You funny, man.
So it's the first Hebrew letter, and the second. I'm articulating to you exactly where the Yod is. I don't know why you're trying to go to the root.
I have a question. Can you tell me why are they from two different root words? And the root word?
It's called a compound word, as the brother stated earlier. I don't know why that's so confusing to you. This is even part of English grammar, English understanding of how English words work. In Hebrew, you have compound words like in theophoric instances. This is a theophoric instance, as the brother articulated to you from the beginning. And secondly, theophorics in particular have compound applications of different names. Well, a name and a verb. So that's what's going on here in a name form. So that's what's going on here. That's the easiest way for me to articulate it to you. And where do you see the Yod? I can tell you, if you see to Joshua in the far left column, the column slightly to its right. You know, Hebrew letters are going from right to left, not left to right. If you go, it looks like an apostrophe. That will be the Yod. The next, or the Yah. However you choose to pronounce, that's the Y in transliterated English.
Is it suggested? So we see the Nakuds here at the bottom, right? So is this a placeholder?
Nakuds of the Masoretes are absolutely irrelevant for the question you
How
have
are they
asked.
irrelevant?
As I'm articulating, this is how they're relevant. You don't understand the grammar, because if you were a native Hebrew reader, you wouldn't even be needing the Nakud or the vowel pointing system in order to read the text, even in modern liturgical settings for Jews. They don't have vowel pointed text. If you were to live in Jerusalem right now, if you were living in Jerusalem right now, you would not have a vowel pointed newspaper.
So the Yod is so let's talk about it. So the Yod here is suggested, you said, but we see here
I did not say that. Please stop putting words in my mouth. You are the only one suggesting the Yod is a suggestion. Only you.
Not in this occurrence, I'm not.
You said it when I mentioned where the Yod He Vav He was. You said it mentioned when you asked where's the Yod, and that was what I just was able to identify. Yes, what's highlighted right there outside of what's at the very bottom of the text. Them dots at the bottom are irrelevant. That is not a Yod. Those are vowels. Masoretic vowel pointing. Yes. But the apostrophe looking thing is a letter in Hebrew. It's called a Yod, or if you want to call it a Yah, a Yad, you can call it a Yad. I don't care. For the sake of argument, it is the Y. It's usually transliterated as a Y until you get to early aspects of Germanized English.
This is
where it's a J.
Kadesh, yes.
I'm not discussing Lahawan Kadesh.
That's what this is. So
I'm taking for granted any letter pronunciation you attribute to these letters, whether you're talking about Paleo script or modern script. We're talking about a particular language's letters, okay? And as such, I'm saying that first letter that was on the screen for the Yod He Vav He, the 4 letters, the Tetragrammaton, which was also on the screen. That first letter was a Yod. Once we got down to Joshua, the first letter there is a Yod. We saw 3 Yods. We saw 2 instances of the 4 letters. We saw that Yehoshua is much more than 4 letters. So regardless of how you're trying to read the text, Yehoshua cannot be understood as the Tetragrammaton, because it consists of more than tetragramma, more than 4 letters. And that's Latin and Greek. So I don't know what you're trying to say, but you can't say it. And even once you go to the roots, very rarely, very, very rarely, I don't even know how rarely it occurs, but very, very rarely, you may have a 4-letter root word in Hebrew. And Yahweh, nobody has ever claimed, to my knowledge, has a 4-letter root. Or the Yod He Vav He, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, however you choose to pronounce them 4 tetragrammaton letters. Nobody I know has ever said it has a 4-letter Hebraic root. Like tetragrammaton is not referencing the root, it's referencing the base letters, the consonants that make up a particular term that's in high proliferation throughout the literature. And that's Yod He Vav He, the Tetragrammaton, the name of the God of Israel.
I greatly appreciate your perspective on that and your breakdown. Definitely appreciate it. I'm looking forward to you presenting something in a presentation and just breaking that down in depth a little bit more. Definitely appreciate your knowledge and wisdom on the subject. But as the dust settles here in the Titans Debate Coliseum, the weight of history hangs heavy in the air. I am your host, King J, and we have just witnessed a clash of perspective that spans millennia. Chaasad, thank you for stepping into the arena and defending your position with the ferocity of a Titan. To our audience, the debate may end here, but the inquiry never stops. Use what you have tonight to sharpen your own understanding. The gates of the Colosseums are now closed. I am King J. Until the next class of giants begins.